This video did not exist in your reality until you directed your specific attention toward it. The algorithms of this platform are merely a digital reflection of the quantum field, responding instantly to the frequency you have been broadcasting. You have been brought here because you are on the verge of a massive dimensional shift. Today, we are going to expose the hidden mechanics of the quantum field and the observer effect. I promise you that by the end of this transmission, you will completely rewrite your understanding of time, and you will step into your ultimate power as the conscious creator of your physical world. Tell me, have you ever felt a deep, unshakable intuition that something massive was coming, only to grow exhausted by the endless waiting? Before we dive into the secret, we must establish the rules of the game you are playing. In esoteric quantum theory, the universe is not made of solid matter. It is made of a vast, invisible ocean of energy called the quantum field. Within this field, every possible event, every dream, and every outcome already exists as a suspended wave of probability. These waves remain invisible until a conscious mind focuses upon them. This is the observer effect. Observation is not a passive act of just watching the world go by. Observation is an intensely active, creative force. When you look at something, your consciousness reaches into the quantum field and forces a wave of probability to collapse into a solid particle of reality. You are not waiting for reality to happen to you. You are actively commanding it into existence through your continuous attention. You have been taught that patience is simply the act of waiting gracefully. You have been conditioned to believe that it is a passive state, a period of doing nothing, while you hope for the universe to eventually deliver what you desire. But what if I told you that this is a complete misunderstanding of how reality operates? In the realm of quantum mechanics, there is absolutely no such thing as passive waiting. Every single moment of your existence is an active state of creation. Your patience is not a weakness, nor is it a pause button on your life. It is, in fact, a highly advanced quantum tool. When you hold on to a vision despite the lack of physical evidence, you are performing a tremendous act of energetic heavy lifting. You are actively holding a specific timeline open. Most human beings give up when the three-dimensional world does not immediately reflect their internal desires. They drop their focus, and the timeline collapses back into the infinite sea of probabilities. But you are different. By maintaining your focus, you are providing the necessary energetic scaffolding for that reality to materialize. You are the anchor. You are the bridge between the invisible realm of infinite possibilities and the dense physical world of matter. Your calm endurance is literally forcing the atoms of your future to align. Let us dive deeper into the architecture of a timeline. Imagine the quantum field as a vast, dark ocean of infinite potential. In this ocean, every possible version of your life already exists as a suspended wave of probability. There is a timeline where you have immense wealth. There is a timeline where you have perfect health, and one where you meet the exact partner you have been dreaming of. These realities are not far away in the future. They are existing right now, parallel to the exact moment you are experiencing. However, they remain invisible and intangible until a conscious observer decides to lock onto them. This is where your mind comes into play. Your imagination is not just a playground for daydreams. It is a highly sophisticated targeting system. When you visualize your desired outcome, you are shining a laser beam of consciousness into that dark ocean. You are selecting one specific wave out of trillions. But selecting it is only the first step. The true mastery comes in holding that selection. The three-dimensional world is heavy and dense. It takes time for energy to slow down enough to become solid matter. Your patience is the magnetic force that keeps that specific wave isolated from the rest, giving it the time it needs to lower its frequency and solidify into a physical event that you can touch and feel. The observer effect in quantum physics reveals a shocking truth about our universe. A particle does not have a fixed position until it is observed. Until you look, it exists only as a cloud of infinite possibilities. When you apply this to the macrocosm of your daily life, the implications are staggering. You are the observer of your own life path. When you set a clear intention, you are demanding that the universe collapse a specific set of circumstances into your physical experience. But your observation cannot be fleeting. If you look at your goal for 5 minutes during meditation and then spend the remaining 23 hours and 55 minutes obsessing over its absence, you are sending conflicting signals to the field. You are observing the lack of it, and so the field obediently collapses the reality of lack. True quantum patience is the discipline of continuous, unwavering observation. It means you look at your current empty hands, but your inner eye is fixed entirely on the reality where your hands are full. You refuse to acknowledge the temporary emptiness as final. By holding this mental posture, you lock the desired timeline into place. You force the quantum field to mold itself around your unwavering expectation. The greatest trap in the human experience is the danger of premature doubt. This is the exact point where 99% of people fail. They plant the seed of their desire into the quantum field with great enthusiasm. For a few days or weeks, they feel elevated. But when the physical world does not immediately hand them their manifestation, they begin to question the process. They start looking at the current reality for validation. And when they do not see it, they declare that it is not working. The moment you say it is not working, you have made a new observation. You have shifted your conscious focus from the timeline of fulfillment to the timeline of failure. The universe, which is completely neutral and deeply responsive, immediately agrees with you. The bridge you were building begins to dissolve. The timeline you were holding open abruptly snaps shut. Your patience was the only thing keeping the portal open. When you surrender to doubt, you drop the heavy lifting of reality creation. You must understand that the delay you perceive is not a denial. The delay is simply the necessary processing time for energy to become matter. Do not close the door right before the guest arrives. To hold the timeline open effectively, you must master the relationship between your thoughts and your emotions. Your mind acts as the electrical system of your biological vessel. It sends out the signal, the specific blueprint of what you wish to experience. But your heart, your emotional center, is the magnetic field. It is the force that pulls the requested experience back into your physical reality. You cannot manifest a new life if your thoughts are elevated, but your emotions are stuck in survival mode. If you are waiting for a financial breakthrough, but your daily emotional state is one of panic and scarcity, your magnetic field is pushing wealth away. True patience is an emotional state. It is the feeling of deep, relaxed trust. When you know that an event is absolutely guaranteed to happen, you do not feel anxious. You feel a quiet, powerful sense of relief. You must cultivate this feeling of relief right now, before the manifestation appears. This emotional signature is the glue that holds the new timeline to you. It signals to the quantum field that the event has already occurred. By feeling the gratitude in advance, your patience transforms from an act of endurance into an act of joyous receiving. There is a specific phase in the manifestation process known as the void. It is the space between worlds. It is the moment after you have fully committed to a new timeline, but before the physical evidence has arrived to confirm it. This is the most critical and challenging phase of your quantum journey. In the void, it often feels as though absolutely nothing is happening. In fact, things might even seem to fall apart. Old friends might leave your life. You might lose a job or face unexpected obstacles. This is not a punishment. This is the quantum field clearing the necessary space for your new reality to land. You cannot build a mansion on a plot of land that is already cluttered with old, decaying structures. The destruction of the old is the first physical sign that the new is on its way. Your patience during this phase is paramount. Do not panic when the old reality begins to crumble. Stand firm in the void. Recognize that the emptiness is actually fertile ground. It is the womb of creation. By remaining calm and patient while the old world fades, you are proving to the universe that you are ready to handle the magnitude of what you have asked for. As you hold the timeline open, the quantum field will begin to communicate with you through synchronicity. Synchronicity is not random coincidence. It is the mathematical feedback system of the universe. It is the field winking at you, confirming that your signal has been received and that the gears of reality are turning. You might start seeing repeating number sequences like 111 or 333. You might hear a stranger say the exact phrase you were just thinking about. You might dream of your desired outcome with astonishing clarity. These are the ripples of your future timeline bleeding backward into your present moment. When you experience these signs, do not dismiss them as mere chance. Acknowledge them. Feel a surge of gratitude. This is how you amplify the magnetic pull. However, do not become desperately attached to looking for signs. Desperation implies lack. Simply remain in a state of relaxed awareness. Let the synchronicities come to you as gentle reminders that your patience is working. They are the breadcrumbs leading you out of the old reality and into the new one. Follow them with a knowing smile, completely confident in your creative power. Let us examine why the physical world appears to move so slowly compared to the speed of your thoughts. In the realm of pure consciousness, manifestation is instantaneous. The moment you think of a purple sky, you experience it in your mind. But the three-dimensional plane is governed by the laws of space and time. It is a highly dense, viscous medium. Imagine trying to run through water instead of air. The resistance is much greater. Matter is simply light that is slowed down to a very low vibration. Therefore, changing the arrangement of matter requires sustained energetic pressure. This is precisely why your patience is required. You are using your high-frequency consciousness to mold low-frequency matter. It is a process of cosmic alchemy. If your desire materialized the very second you thought of it, your life would be chaos. Every passing fear or dark thought would instantly destroy you. The delay is actually a built-in safety mechanism of the universe. It gives you the grace period to refine your focus, to cancel out negative thoughts, and to ensure that what you are calling in is what you truly want. Embrace the slowness of matter as your ultimate protection. To successfully hold a timeline open, you must understand the critical difference between resistance and allowance. Resistance is a state of fighting against what currently is. When you look at your bank account and feel anger, or when you look at your current circumstances and feel despair, you are in a state of deep resistance. You are feeding massive amounts of energy into the very reality you wish to escape. What you resist persists. It locks you into the old timeline. Allowance, on the other hand, is the state of total acceptance. It is looking at a negative situation and saying, "This is merely the echo of my past thoughts. It has no power over my future." Allowance is a state of energetic neutrality. When you stop fighting the present moment, you stop feeding it your life force. You starve the old reality of the attention it needs to survive. This frees up all of your conscious energy, allowing you to direct it entirely toward the new timeline. Patience is the ultimate form of allowance. It is the ability to sit peacefully in the middle of a storm, knowing that the storm is an illusion and that you have already secured your place in the sunlight. What exactly is the secret that separates the top 1% of conscious creators from the rest of humanity? It is their absolute refusal to accept physical reality as the final truth. The 99% are entirely reactive. Their mood, their beliefs, and their actions are dictated solely by what their 5 physical senses report to them. If the world shows them lack, they feel poor. If the world shows them rejection, they feel unworthy. They are mirrors, merely reflecting the environment. But the 1% operate differently. They are projectors, not mirrors. They generate their internal state independently of their external circumstances. They use their inner vision as the primary source of truth. If the physical world contradicts their inner vision, they politely ignore the physical world. They treat the present moment as a delayed shadow. Their patience is rooted in supreme arrogance, a divine arrogance that says, "My consciousness is the only true reality." By holding this radical stance, they literally bend the fabric of space and time around their will. They do not wait for the world to change so they can feel good. They feel good, and so the world is forced to change. Let us ground this in a real-world application. Consider the act of manifesting a specific career or a massive financial breakthrough. You have set the intention. You have done the internal work. Now you are in the waiting period. Weeks go by and you receive rejection letters. The logical mind panics. It tells you to lower your standards, to take the safe route, to compromise. This is the test of the timeline. If you compromise out of fear, you jump onto a lesser timeline. You collapse the wave of your ultimate desire. But if you use your patience as a quantum tool, you look at those rejections differently. You view them as the universe clearing out the wrong opportunities. You remain steadfast. You continue to prepare for the dream role. You act as if it is already yours. You speak, dress, and think like the person who has already achieved that success. This sustained behavioral and mental alignment creates an immense energetic vacuum. The universe abhors a vacuum and must fill it. By holding your ground and refusing to settle, you stretch the timeline open until the exact right opportunity is compelled to drop into your lap, often in the most unexpected way. Now, consider the manifestation of a deep, soulful relationship. Many people struggle here because loneliness creates an intense feeling of lack, which pushes love away. They date out of desperation, trying to force the universe to deliver on their timeline. But forced energy is always repelled by the quantum field. To hold the timeline of true love open, you must cultivate patience through self-completeness. You must become the energy you wish to attract. If you want a partner who is loving, stable, and abundant, you must generate those qualities within your own nervous system right now. When you stop frantically searching the three-dimensional world for a savior and instead rest peacefully in the knowing that your partner is already chosen and is making their way to you, magic happens. This is the state of quantum patience. It is highly attractive. Suddenly, out of nowhere, you meet the person. It seems like a random coincidence, a sudden breakthrough, but you know the truth. It was not sudden at all. It was the result of you holding the energetic door open long enough and calmly enough for their timeline to perfectly intersect with yours. Your physical body plays a crucial role in this process. Your nervous system is the biological antenna that interfaces with the quantum field. If your nervous system is dysregulated, trapped in a chronic state of fight or flight, it is broadcasting a frequency of danger and survival. The quantum field responds to this frequency by providing more circumstances to survive. You cannot hold a timeline of luxury, peace, and abundance open if your body believes it is under attack. Therefore, quantum patience requires deep physical regulation. You must train your body to feel safe in the unknown. Breathwork, meditation, and grounding are not just wellness trends. They are the tools of reality manipulation. When you consciously slow down your breathing and relax your muscles while thinking about your desire, you are sending a powerful signal of safety to your brain. You are telling your body that the manifestation is already here and that it is safe to enjoy it. A calm nervous system is a highly magnetic nervous system. It holds the frequency steady, preventing the energetic fluctuations that cause timelines to collapse prematurely. It is vital to deconstruct the illusion that nothing is happening. Think of a bamboo tree. A farmer plants the seed, waters it, and fertilizes the soil. For the first 4 years, nothing breaks the surface of the earth. To the untrained eye, it looks like a complete failure. The farmer is just staring at empty dirt. But underground, the bamboo is developing a massive, complex root system capable of supporting a towering structure. Then, in the 5th year, the bamboo shoots out of the ground and grows 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Your manifestations operate in exactly the same way. When you are patiently holding a timeline open, the quantum field is doing the underground work. It is rearranging the minds of other people. It is shifting geographic locations. It is orchestrating millions of microscopic variables behind the scenes, so that when your desire finally arrives, it has a solid foundation to stand on. If you lose patience and dig up the seed to see if it is growing, you kill the process. Trust the invisible work. The lack of physical evidence is not evidence of lack. It is simply the universe building the root system for your miracle. The ultimate paradox of quantum creation is the concept of detachment. You must desire the outcome with all your heart, yet you must not need it to be happy. Need implies that you are incomplete without it. It places the object of your desire on a pedestal, making it separate from you. This creates a massive energetic gap between you and the timeline you want. Detachment is the bridge across that gap. True quantum patience naturally breeds detachment. It is the realization that you are already whole and complete in this exact moment. You want the millions of dollars or the perfect health simply for the joy of experiencing it, not to fix a broken part of your soul. When you drop the desperate need, the heavy resistance vanishes. You are no longer choking the manifestation. You are allowing it to flow. You sit back, entirely amused by the unfolding of reality. You say to the universe, "I know it is coming, but I am perfectly fine right here, right now." This light, playful energy is the highest frequency of creation. It is the exact vibrational match to instantaneous manifestation. Detachment is the ultimate proof that you trust your own power. As you master this process, you will tap into a profound state of being. We call this the frequency of absolute certainty. This is a state that exists beyond hope and beyond belief. Hope implies that there is a chance of failure. Belief implies that you are still trying to convince yourself. Certainty is the quiet, unbreakable knowing that it is a done deal. When you order a package online, you do not sit by the window crying, hoping that it will arrive. You simply go about your day with the absolute certainty that it is in the mail. You must treat your quantum requests with the exact same level of casual confidence. The timeline is already yours. Your patience is simply the act of enjoying the present moment while the shipping process takes place. When you operate from absolute certainty, you become bulletproof. The opinions of others do not sway you. The temporary setbacks in the three-dimensional world do not trigger you. You look at reality like a movie whose ending you already know. You can enjoy the plot twists because you are absolutely certain of the final resolution. This is the hallmark of a master creator holding the timeline wide open. You will inevitably face moments where the three-dimensional world loudly contradicts your chosen timeline. You are claiming abundance, but a massive, unexpected bill arrives. You are claiming health, but a new symptom appears. This is the moment of truth. This is where your quantum patience is forged in fire. You must understand that the physical reality is a delay mirror. It is reflecting the energy of your past thoughts and beliefs. That unexpected bill is a ghost from a previous state of consciousness. It is not the truth of your current timeline. The master creator looks at the contradiction and refuses to react emotionally. You must look at the physical illusion and say, "I see you, but you do not belong to my future." You deal with the physical circumstances practically, but you do not give them your energetic allegiance. You do not let them change your internal state. By holding your focus steady in the face of direct contradiction, you completely override the old program. You rob the old reality of its momentum. Your refusal to be triggered by the past is the exact mechanism that pulls the future into the present. To truly comprehend what you are doing, you must shift your understanding of time itself. Time is not a straight line moving from the past through the present and into the future. That is a biological illusion created by your brain to process experience sequentially. In reality, all time is happening right now. The past, the present, and the future exist simultaneously in the eternal now. The version of you who has already achieved everything you desire exists in this exact moment, just on a different frequency. Therefore, you are not waiting for something to happen in the future. You are simply using your consciousness to tune your internal radio dial to a different station. Patience, in its truest form, is the act of holding that new frequency steady until your physical senses catch up. You are not waiting for time to pass. You are waiting for your vibration to stabilize. Once your dominant frequency matches the frequency of the desired timeline, the collapse is instantaneous. The illusion of distance vanishes, and you merge with the reality that was always waiting for you. This entire process demands a radical shift in your identity. You must transition completely from being a victim of circumstance to being the ultimate creator of your experience. A victim waits for the world to save them. A creator understands that the world is simply waiting for their command. Taking on this level of responsibility can be terrifying for the human ego. It means you can no longer blame the economy, your boss, your family, or your past for your current situation. But in that terrifying responsibility lies absolute, infinite freedom. If your consciousness created the current mess, then your consciousness can instantly create the masterpiece. By utilizing your patience as a quantum tool, you are constantly enforcing your sovereign power. You are standing guard at the door of your mind, refusing entry to any thought or emotion that does not serve your highest timeline. You become untouchable. The external world loses its grip on you because you realize it is merely a projection of your inner light. You are the architect, the builder, and the resident of your reality. As we approach the end of this transmission, I need you to integrate this profound truth into every cell of your body. You are not a small, insignificant creature pushing against a massive, unyielding universe. You are the universe itself, focusing its infinite energy through a single point of human consciousness. You are reality observing itself into existence. Every time you exercise quantum patience, every time you hold the vision against all odds, you are performing a divine act. You are literally expanding the cosmos. The timeline you are holding open is not just for your own benefit. It is a unique expression of existence that the universe desires to experience through you. Trust your desires. Trust your visions. They are premonitions of what is already yours. Do not waver. Do not look back. Hold the frequency. The collapse of the wave is imminent, and the reality you have been patiently crafting is about to break through the veil and materialize right before your eyes. You have done the heavy lifting. Now, prepare to receive. The ultimate truth is this: you are not a person standing inside a solid reality trying to change it. You are reality itself, experiencing the illusion of being a person. Your patience is the supreme force that bridges the gap between the invisible and the visible. By consciously holding your timeline open, you dictate the collapse of the quantum wave. If this message resonated with your soul, do not let this moment pass without action. Subscribe to the channel to keep your frequency elevated and hit the like button to signal to the universe that you are ready. Go to the comments right now and type, "I am the observer creating my reality," to lock this transmission into your energy field. Before you go, I want to know, what bold synchronicities or sudden shifts have you noticed since you started holding your new timeline open? Tell me your stories below.